We start the bulletin with the top focus at the SAR. Has the change of guard in Bangladesh led to increased tension along the border with India in Tripura, with criminal elements from the neighboring country engaging in anti-social activities in the area? Well, a border security force personnel was severely injured in an attack by a suspected smuggler in Tripura's Sipahijala district. The injured trooper, identified as Harish Chandra Pandey of the 158th BSF Battalion, sustained a deep cut in his hand, leaving authorities concerned over his condition. Well, according to sources, Pandey and another BSF trooper were patrolling the area when they approached a young man, later identified as Riyad Hussain, for questioning in relation to smuggling activities, following which a heated altercation ensued. During the confrontation, Hussain struck Pandey on the head with a bamboo stick, which caused a severe 10-centimeter cut, leading to profuse bleeding. Pandey was immediately rushed to the Bakshanagar Social Health Center, where attending doctors treated the wound with 15 stitches to stop the bleeding. However, due to the severity of the injury, he was later referred to GBP Hospital in Agartala for a CT scan to check for possible internal damage. Meanwhile, Riyad Hussain fled the scene following the attack and is currently absconding. Local police, in coordination with BSF officials, have launched a manhunt to apprehend the suspect. In recent months, BSF personnel have intensified surveillance and patrols along the porous border to counter the rising incidents of cross-border smuggling. However, today's attack highlights the dangerous conditions faced by security forces deployed in these sensitive areas. All right, now I'm being joined live with my colleague Pinaki Das from Agartala. So, Pinaki, a BSF Jawan personnel was severely injured by an attack by a suspected smuggler. So, first of all, tell us about how is he at this point in time and how did it take place?
Well, see, this incident took place in Sipahijala's Bakshanagar area, which is very unpopular for all these smuggling activities. Well-known smuggling activities is a very well-known thing that takes place, and it has been a large section of area which, despite fencing, this is still continuing. And we have often seen such incident in the Sipahijala district, particularly where few patches are yet to be fenced. And this particular incident, where the BSF personnel had injured, he was trying to stop and inquire about smuggling attempt by the alleged Riyad Hussain. And when he and his father was there, and there in a scuffle, after following a scuffle, the BSF person was hit by a bamboo pole, and in that he had been severely injured, and there was a single round of firing reportedly in self-defense by the BSF person, and later he was taken to the local hospital for treatment. But the matter of the fact is this: Riyad Hussain, reportedly against him, there is an NIA case also that we came to know some time back, and he is wanted in one of the NIA case on human trafficking. And last year we have seen large number of people were arrested across Tripura, and a network in the entire country of those, particularly the towns who are in the presently in the police and the NIA's surveillance to arrest them, so that smuggling, cross-border crime and human trafficking can be uprooted from this region. When human trafficking, Tripura is being used as a corridor for smuggling of contraband, drugs and human trafficking from other side of Bangladesh to reach mainland India or other big cities of India. And today's incident is one of the example how vulnerable and the BSF persons are when they are had to face the smugglers, particularly in those villages in interior areas. Particularly, Sipahi is one of the area which has a long border with Bangladesh, and often we see such incidents taking place.
Pinaki, when the incident took place, other BSF personnel, they were also present. So how could he fled the scene?
See, this house where this Riyad Hussain is, it is just next to the fencing. The fencing is 150 years from the 0 point. That is where the actual border between India and Bangladesh is. But the fencing, as per the Indira Mujib Pact, has to be created 150 years from the 0 point. And the house being the proximity to the house, it can be easily, and it's not that 24 hours it's possible for the BSF manpower to keep manning and keeping watch. And moreover, if you see into in Tripura and this region, another big hurdle in proper manning is the weeds that come in the border fence, and the greenery is also a reason for which is not properly cannot be manned, or it can be monitored clearly, because there are large vegetation in the border. And in this case also, this BSF person, what he came to know, he was asking him that he was trying to smuggle also something, and he resisted, and in that scuffle he had hit him, and the mother of the alleged person who had fled away, this Riyad Hussain, had said her story, that the BSF person was inquiring him about he had entered through a particular gate on 2nd October, but while leaving his entry was not there. The clear message is there, but one thing is common is that the BSF wanted to inquire about some suspected smuggling, and in which this scuffle took place, and he was injured, and he was trying to self-protect, but at that time someone had pushed his gun up, and that saved a life. But the BSF person himself was severely injured, though his condition is said to be stable, and despite that he was sent to the main referral hospital, GB hospital in Agartala, so that a CT scan can be done, so that if there is in case there is some internal hemorrhage, that can be taken care of.
Say, Pinaki, a smuggler attacking a BSF personnel and fleeing the scene. Well, this incident has raised many questions in the overall security of the border area, isn't it?
So, this is not a very isolated incident. Such incidents take place in the border. Often it is not reported because if you see in last few months, there were several such incidents where, because you have to understand the number of BSF persons. Generally, at a Naka, there are 2 persons who almost more than 300 meters of the border. There are 2 persons, and the smugglers generally are not alone; they are in group. Earlier also we have seen, we often raise the question that how infiltration take place, but you have to understand, keeping in the geography of that area, often the night times when the smuggling take place, and these smugglers use various technique to smuggle their item, because this is the food and bread source of their income for the smugglers. When the government is trying to bring them away from all this illegal trade, you have to understand this easy money process they make by smuggling a small item for that drug. They just throw on the other side of the fence, and BSF presence is inside Indian side from the 0 point. On the other side of the fence, if they just throw someone and someone from Bangladesh side come and carry it, they make a huge money. Sugar is one of the item, and other contraband item. You often find the large amount of contraband at court. This is only the part we see which is caught, but if a small item is going to the other side of the border, the price goes by at least 5-10 times. So that does not matter if a consignment is got and 3 others are going on the other side. The manpower is also less. Recently, when speaking to Northeast Light, the DGP of Tripura, when asked about this continuous infiltration from other side of the border, he categorically said after that recent election, manpower was there, but again during to Manipur situation, a large section of the BSF had been sent there. So the manpower crisis is always there, and moreover the terrain, there is a issue, and big hurdle is another of the presence of vegetation, which stop the BSF to get a clear vision from both sides. They are manning. There are 2 persons generally, and a troop team in a vehicle sometimes move. But 300 meter on both sides, manning by 2 persons, you can understand how tough it is, and climate is also a factor. But despite that, fencing is there. At many places, the fence is also old and broken, which the government says is looking into, and the Home Ministry is replacing with new fencing. That is what we can till at now understand, and more than 96% of the fence has taken place, but the small patches are there which are yet to be fenced.
Right, Pinaki Das, thank you so much for all those details.
স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ, মেডিকেল এডুকেশ্যন ৰিচাৰ্চ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আৰু শ্ৰীমন্ত শংকৰদেৱা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছে আগবঢ়াইছে 3টাকৈ সুকীয়া পাঠ্যক্ৰম: বেচেলৰ ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি, বেচেলৰ অফ ফিজিঅ'থেৰাপি আৰু ডিপ্ল'মা ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি। অত্যাধুনিক লেবৰেটৰীৰ সুবিধা আৰু অভিজ্ঞ ফেকাল্টিৰে শিক্ষাদান কৰা নীলাচল এডুকেশ্যন ফাউণ্ডেশ্যন ট্ৰাষ্টৰ অধীনত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ পাঠ্যক্ৰমসমূহৰ নামভৰ্তি চলি আছে। যোগাযোগৰ ঠিকনা: নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছ, গোটানগৰ, জালুকবাৰী, অপজিট ইণ্ডিয়ান অইল পেট্ৰল পাম্প, नेशनल हाईवे 37, गुवाहाटी।
सोचा हमारे बाद इंडियन फुटबॉल का अगला हीरो कौन बनेगा?
इंडिया से पूछते हैं। अपुया या लचन पाक की कैचिंग देखी है, एक दिन स्काई छुएगा।
अब हर फुटबॉल फैन करेगा शोर, अगला हीरो कौन? देखिए ISL हर रात 7:30 बजे सिर्फ जियो सिनेमा स्पोर्ट्स 18:3 पे।
বাটাকৰ নতুন গোলমাল।
স্যাৰ, আলু পৰঠাত মাখন কেনেকৈ খানে?
নিমখীয়া বিস্কুটত বাটাৰী চমৎকাৰ। নতুন ব্ৰিটানিয়া 50-50 গোলমাল টপ বাটাৰী বাইটছ।
নিয়মীয়া বাৰ্তাৰ দেওবৰীয়া পৰিপূৰিকা সুকন্যাৰ এইবাৰৰ বিশেষ আকৰ্ষণ ভাৰতীয় প্ৰশাসনিক সেৱাৰ সুদক্ষ বিষয়া বৰ্ণালী ডেকা। সময়ৰ সদ্ব্যৱহাৰে মোৰ জীৱনৰ মূল মন্ত্ৰ, কৰ্তব্য আৰু দায়িত্ব সেৱা হিচাপে লৈছো। প্ৰশাসন আৰু সাধাৰণ নাগৰিকৰ মাজত সুসম্পৰ্কৰ পৰিৱেশ গঢ়াৰ প্ৰয়োজন আছে। সবল সমাজ গঢ়াৰ মূল শক্তি হ'ল সাহিত্য, সংস্কৃতি আৰু ক্ৰীড়া। আৰু বহুতো গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ তথ্য প্ৰকাশ পাব ভাৰতীয় প্ৰশাসনিক সেৱাৰ বিষয়া বৰ্ণালী ডেকাৰ আছুতীয়া সাক্ষাৎকাৰত। শান্তি নিকেতনৰ কলা ভৱনৰ প্ৰদৰ্শিত 49 গৰাকী শিল্পীৰ শিল্পকৰ্মৰ এক মনোজ্ঞ প্ৰতিবেদন। প্ৰকৃতি আৰু পৰ্যটন শিতানত আছে গড়ভঙা বনাঞ্চলৰ প্ৰাকৃতিক সৌন্দৰ্য। কেঁচুসাৰ উৎপাদনেৰে মাহিলী 3.5 লাখ টকা উপাৰ্জন কৰা কণিকা তালুকদাৰৰ সাফল্যৰ কাহিনী। লগতে আছে গল্প, কবিতা, শব্দচয়ন, কুইজ আৰু সপ্তাহটোৰ ছবিকে ধৰি পঢ়ুৱৈৰ বাবে বহু আকৰ্ষণীয় সম্ভাৰ।
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
প্রতিদিনে তুমি আহিরিয়ায়ে পাহি ও জীবন তুমি খেরোদালি আজুতিয়া মন কোঠাত আবেগরে ধেমালি বনৰীয়া বনৰীয়া আমি এটা বনৰীয়া।
অসম চৰকাৰৰ স্বাস্থ্য বিভাগ, মেডিকেল এডুকেশ্যন ৰিচাৰ্চ ডিপাৰ্টমেণ্ট আৰু শ্ৰীমন্ত শংকৰদেৱা ইউনিভাৰ্চিটিৰ অন্তৰ্ভুক্ত নীলাচল কলেজ অফ এলাইড হেল্থ ছায়েন্সেছে আগবঢ়াইছে তিনিটাকৈ সুকীয়া পাঠ্যক্ৰম: বেচেলৰ ইন মেডিকেল লেবৰেটৰী টেকনলজি, বেচেলৰ অফ
Alright, shifting focus to Meghalaya now. Well, heavy rainfall has led to flash floods in Meghalaya's Garo Hills region. Among the worst affected is South Garo Hills, where incessant rains have led to washing away of wooden bridges and damaged roads at several locations. Road connectivity has been snapped at some points due to the deluge. Among the wooden bridges washed away by the floods was the Bakla Bridge in South Garo Hills. As per reports, heavy downpour still continues in the area.
Video. Tolong pasang video. Agar mani jago video mo. Video.
Meanwhile, heavy downpour has also led to flash floods in West Garo Hills headquarters, Tura. Well, reports of minor landslides have also come in from some areas. Meghalaya Power Minister A.T. Mondal is slated to survey some of the areas soon. And one person lost her life while another received injuries in a landslide Koinabui in West Garo Hills following a landslide triggered by heavy rains. The deceased are identified as 57-year-old Santa Ann Marak and her daughter Moralistic Marak were in the kitchen when the landslide took place. Injured Moralistic Marak is undergoing treatment at Dalu Community Health Center. Meanwhile, SDRF is already on ground in Garo Hills to rescue affected people. Taking note of the worsening situation, the West Garo Hills District Administration has also requisitioned the NDRF in Dalu area. So indeed, a tragic incident, a mother and a daughter when they were working in the kitchen. A landslide took place where the mother lost her life and the daughter, she is undergoing treatment at this point in time. So SDRF personnel are on ground and Garo Hills is the worst affected in Meghalaya. So we are showing you visuals from Garo Hills. As you can see from different parts of Garo Hills, heavy rainfall has led to flash floods in many areas in Garo Hills region. So one person lost her life and another received injury in the landslide Koinabui in West Garo Hills following a landslide triggered by heavy rains. All right, to know the overall situation, now I am being joined with Biplab Dev from Tura. So Biplab, heavy rainfall has led to flash floods in different parts of Meghalaya, flash floods and landslides reported from different parts. So Biplab, how's the present situation now?
The situation is currently rather grim, and this is actually we believe this is more like a cloudburst that has happened, and because rains have been incessant since the past few days, but then the downpour got extremely heavy just last night, and the impact can be seen and very badly felt in three districts of Garo Hills. That's the Southwest Garo Hills, the West Garo Hills, as well as the South Garo Hills districts. And currently assessment is taking place of the damage that has been done, and also villages are being identified where rations have to be given to. So these things are currently being worked out.
So, Biplab, what kind of measures are being taken by the concerned authorities, by the administration, to tackle the crisis?
As of now, the assessment is being done, and we are expecting that by another hour or so, we'll be given definite data on the amount of relief that is going to be provided by the state for now, as well as the number of people that have been impacted and in which places they've been impacted.
And Biplab, we have also seen in the visuals, well, a wooden bridge has been washed away. So what is the alternate route now? How will the people cross, go to the other side of the river?
As of now, if you look at Dalu, the village that we're talking about is in Dalu, and it connects Dalu to a place called Kukijara. This village and the villages that actually used to be connected through this timber bridge have completely lost contact, and this is something that the administration is trying to work on a war footing, is what we've been told.
So any injuries or deaths reported or loss of lives reported if we talk about Garo Hills?
Thankfully, none reported so far, but then there have been 2 injuries, but minor ones and that has only been in West Garo Hills district. But even in the town of Tura, there have been massive landslides, and waterlogging was there imagine high altitude place like Tura still having waterlogging problems.
So what is the estimated losses by the deluge for now? Any update on that, Biplab?
No, I'm still waiting on the data, because it seems the administration is completely, on the ground trying to assess what the situation is like, and the people and all the BDOs and all the entire district administrations have been completely focused on this. We are expecting ministers to reach the site at least by tomorrow, and one minister's already confirmed that he's going there to at least Dalu to check what the assessment of what the situation is like.
So is it still raining heavily in that area?
No, currently the rains have subsided, but we still expect rains overnight.
All right, Biplab, thank you so much for all those details.